Alright, hello. I know it's been a long time since there's been an update, but it's a little hard to record in the library. That is where I have to work at the moment, but I have been working hard on the game. So I'll show you what's been going on for Wizard Wars. So to begin, I've been working really hard setting up the foundations of the game, and they're basically done now. We have a pretty simple, or an infrastructure that makes it pretty simple to add a new wizard to the game. So as long as we have these data pieces here, which is just, a couple of sprite sheets, a masked version of the sprite sheet for custom colors, and then the flipbook of those sprites put together in the same order. So once we do a couple of these things, all we need to do to add a wizard to the game is add an entry into this data table. And then that'll show up in all the existing menus, and the game will be able to recognize that very easily. And we have the same system set up for spells at the moment. So we have a data table here that puts spells into a standardized format. They get an icon, they get a name, they get a small struct within the struct, which gives you some numerical stats. So just to show you how easy it is, I'll add a new row. Got to name the row in the index order because that's how the code works. Then I'll just name it test spell. I'll give the spell icon just one of the random little guys we have in here, and give it class reference. Yep, and then in that spell there is the logic of the spell. So yeah, and then I've been working a ton on the main menu. So if we go to the main menu level, where is that? Hold on a second. Here it is. Okay. Let's play this. As you can see, we've got some rock buttons. You go to controls, it's actually the loadout menu. You can open the customizer, you see that's our regular guy. We have a file system that works, so you can save 3 different loadouts at the moment. Don't see any reason you wouldn't be able to increase that though, but yeah, and you can scroll through the horizontal sprites of the wizard you've selected. So you've got this slime guy, and you've got this evil looking wizard here. Yeah, and so you can pick any one of these and it'll load into the game. And then this will cycle through all the existing spells. So Wind Gust isn't finished yet, and then here's Test Spell, it's the one we just added. And that works for both pages, and then you'll enter the game with the appropriate spells loaded into each hand. I'm not going to equip Test Spell because it does nothing, but I will show you Wind Gust just to show you that it's equipped. Credits is an important play. We've also pimped out these menus a bit, so you can now, this has safeguards to not let you put in giant numbers or something that isn't a number. The mode selection button's not finished yet, but it'll let you select a game mode. I also only have one game mode at the moment, which is free for all. This is the map selection menu. This will take you to Mirror Lake, this will take you to the Pillar of Doom, and this will take you to Spooky Mountain. There's going to be more maps, and yeah. And then you can name your session. We've also, we've added new session features. We can put custom info on sessions. I learned how to code that. So if you want to call your game Poop Wizards for some reason, you could do that, and you hit start, and you'll load into it. And then when somebody else searches, although I only have it to 1, but yeah, so on the right hand we have Wind Gust, which just creates a cone, but that's going to be like a hit detection to blow people back. It's going to be facing the right direction. Then we have cool new maps, right? So this is the Pillar of Doom. This is a staircase that flies up and down through those portals. There'll be pickups on it later. And then, you can fall into the pit, or you can not fall all the way, and you can knock people down here when you're fighting them. There's some platforms in case you fall, you can get back up. I'm gonna have to work on the placement of these though, but you'll also have a super wizard jump. And you can fall and you can die. So there's that map. I've been working really hard on the maps as well, which don't really add any new features to the game, but they do take a lot of time because you gotta add details and such to them. Here's Mirror Lake. This one I've been working on today. I've been trying out a lot of new techniques with it. So these are foliage actors, and I modeled the cattails myself. and they populate the shallow water, which has this beautiful reflection. And then I just made this moon actor, which also reflects in the water. And then over here, we have a cauldron. So I'm thinking players will be able to pick stuff up and drop it in the cauldron, like newts or plants, or even, you know, push other wizards into here. Let's see how easy that is right now. It's not too easy, but, you know, there'll be more gameplay features later that make it possible. You can jump in the cauldron and it starts, like, bubbling around you. So yeah, a lot of new stuff. There's that plant over there that opens and closes. That's a wizard I just set in the map. He's not possessed by anybody. But yeah, no, like, it looks really cool. You have these, like, wood textures, like damp old wood. There's some pits under the water. You can fall in and die, but you can't see them when you're above the water. But you can see that there's gaps in the cattails, so you can kind of tell where they are if you learn. I'll add a few more structures, like a watchtower and some taller stones, but yeah. So yeah, Wizard Wars is still coming along, still working hard on it. Yeah, and it's gonna be very playable very soon. And I'll be posting more pages about it when those updates come out. So yeah, that's all for now.